everybody. Welcome back to Oscar Buzz. Trevor here, and we are back with some more Sundance coverage. It's over now. I've seen 21 films over the course of like 5 days. It was a lot, but I'm here to talk about some of my favorites. And today we're talking about Theater Camp, one of my personal favorites of the festival. I'm going to be cranking out a bunch of these reviews over the next couple of days, so you can watch them, or you don't. You don't. It's, up to you. It doesn't really affect me either way. Either a number goes up or it doesn't. But let's get into Theater Camp, because I absolutely loved this movie. It is so incredibly charming. It is so fun. It is like one of the funniest films I've seen in the past couple of years. And its comedy works both, like, if you're very into theater, then it works like really, really well. But even if you aren't, it works just as well. It strikes this perfect balance between accessibility and specificity, and it's just really, really special. So the film initially caught my eye when I saw that it was Molly Gordon's directorial debut, and I absolutely love Molly Gordon. She gave one of my favorite performances of the year in 2021's Shiva Baby, which is my favorite movie of that year. And she's co-directing with Nick Lieberman. It's written by both of them, plus Ben Platt and Noah Galvin. It stars Molly Gordon, Noah Galvin, Ben Platt, as well as Jimmy Tatro, Patty Harrison, Ayoade Debiri, Amy Sedaris, plus a little surprise sprinkling of the delightful Alan Kim from Minari. What a cast. I mean, Ayoade Debiri, Patty Harrison, I love. Jimmy Tatro, really, really fun in this role, playing just, a dumb straight white guy. And it's funny. It's funny to watch a dumb straight white guy be funny. Molly Gordon and Ben Platt, I guess you could say, are the leads, but this is really a true ensemble film. But I would say that they carry a lot of the core and the emotional core of the film. It feels like a lot of what is going on revolves around them. And they have a really, really nice push and pull dynamic. They have incredible chemistry together as these lifelong friends, and they're working on their own play together, and they're at different points in their careers, and they maybe want to move on to different things within their careers, and seeing that conflict clash is actually really well done. The film is short. It's only 94 minutes long. And it got me to care about some of those like subtle underlying pieces of tension between those two characters in such a short time, because they aren't even on screen for like all of the film. So it's a really succinct amount of time that they were able to develop these characters. But that's where I really think the direction shines. It's such a well done ensemble piece. I guess I should briefly talk about what the movie's about. It's about a theater camp. Wow. Amy Sedaris plays the owner of this theater camp, and then she dies. Like the first scene in the movie. It isn't a spoiler. And then her son, who's like very, very stupid and is like a TikTok influencer, has to come in and run it. And it's a very simple premise. It's comedy of errors. You have the theater people who have been around for a while who are trying to, run it correctly, and he keeps on messing things up. But I think what separates it from a lot of other films, and what a lesser director would have done with this premise, is the time it spends with the characters to get us to actually care about the characters. Another film in recent years that tried to do this comedy of errors about a production going awry, and then eventually it ends up, going well, is The Bubble, that Netflix movie from Judd Apatow. Remember that thing? It was awful. And why it didn't work is it was just a string of unrelated bits, and it did not make us care about anything that was happening. So none of the comedy had any relevance because we didn't care. Comedy is only funny if we have the context, and that movie lacked context. Theater Camp supplies the perfect amount of context and the perfect amount of exposition and character moments to get us into the characters, and then the comedy starts. But it doesn't completely get rid of the characters. It keeps on interweaving these character moments to further develop the characters and still keep them as real characters throughout the entirety of the film. That's what a comedy should be. And so many modern comedies completely lose that sensibility. They completely sacrifice character, or if they do set up characters, they just ignore them for the rest of the film and don't develop them and don't maintain their status as real characters and not just tools for the writers and directors to do something funny. I also think the mockumentary format was utilized really, really well. It isn't incredibly in your face to where it's distracting. It actually settles in pretty quickly, but it still uses those trademark, quick zooms and cuts and, reaction shots really, really well. Now, I'm not going to get too much into spoilers at all since the film hasn't come out. But like Noah Galvin completely stole my heart. And like his character arc is very predictable. Once you watch the movie, you're 30 minutes in, it's pretty clear where the character is going. But when that moment hits and in the finale, which is absolutely incredible, the entire finale sequence, everything that he's doing in that finale is just perfect. It is perfect. He's my number one supporting actor of the festival. He's my number one supporting actor of the year so far, out of the 25 films that I've seen, which isn't a lot, but like I absolutely love this performance in this. He's so like timid and he plays so much underneath the surface, and then it's just so good, so good. As mentioned, Patty Harris and Ayo Edebiri, like what more could you ask for? They're great. They're great. I love both of them. And Ben Platt, you're forgiven. You're forgiven for. Anyways, I absolutely adored this movie. I think that it is really, really special, really, really incredible. I think it's going to be able to reach a large audience. Searchlight bought it for $8 million out of the festival, and I hope that they put it in theaters. I just really hope that Searchlight doesn't dump it onto Hulu in like the spring and everybody forgets about it, because this should be a legitimate awards contender, at least of the Golden Globes for comedy musical. And also the song, I am starting its Oscar campaign right now. Camp Isn't Home, the song for the finale. I won't say anything more about the context of the song, but it is so special. It made me cry. It's so funny too. It's just the perfect culmination of everything that the movie is, and it's such a well-written song. I loved it so much. I loved it so much. I'm going to be giving this film a 9 out of 10. I know I also gave All Dirt Roads a 9 out of 10. Trust me, some stuff I really didn't like at Sundance. A couple movies I hated at Sundance. This was not it. This was not what I love this movie. We can talk about award stuff briefly. I kind of already did. It really just depends on the campaign. This isn't something that's going to like naturally develop. I do think it will do probably well at the Indie Spirits and Gothams. I could see it getting editing nomination at Indie Spirits. Could see it doing well in like the acting categories at both Indie Spirits and Gotham. Maybe even like a first time feature. Maybe it could get some pushes there for like Gotham Breakthrough Director. Maybe even DGA, which would be incredible. DGA first time feature. As far as Globe stuff, yeah, it would be so deserving of picture comedy musical, like actor and actress comedy musical. I just don't know if it's going to happen. They would really have to hold it off until like October and then push it really, really hard, which I just don't know if they're going to do. But I think that this would play really well in the theater, and if they have faith in it, I think that they can easily make back that $8 million. Like easily if they give it a proper theatrical release. So would love to see that happen. In the song Camp Isn't Home, I've anointed myself the official Oscar campaigner for it. I need this to get a nomination. It probably won't because they hate parody songs. Look at Just Look Up from Don't Look Up. Even Nobody Like You from Turning Red this year, that didn't even make the short list of 15 for the Oscars. So this is it's not a parody song, but it's very much a comedic song. It's a comedic / heartfelt musical finale sung by an ensemble of kids. Like, not the typical Oscars thing, but I like critics group. Do your thing, guys. Push this. Let's make it happen. Anyways, I love this movie. Please, please go seek it out. Please show it to family and friends. I honestly think that all of like the theater humor and stuff is very accessible and isn't a turn off at all. If the person knows nothing about theater or even hates theater, I think that they would still find it funny. So please seek this out. Share it with people. This movie's great. I love it. I love it. Anyways, that is all. Thank you everybody for watching. You can stick around for more Sundance stuff if you'd like. I'm gonna be doing more of it, so it'll be here. You can watch it or not. But thank you everybody for watching. Until next time, stay safe, everybody. And